are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
What is integrity? You know, integrity doing the right thing when nobody's looking, all right? You know, are you a leader or a follower? I'm a leader. What's the difference? Think for myself, all right? Do you have confidence? Yeah, what's not?
Hey classmates, welcome to Levin Hall, where we're two queens with two perspectives. Class is now in session. This your girl Mimi.
Hey, and it's your girl Mishi.
All right. We at episode 2. Look at us.
We made it.
We made it. Yes, we did. And thank you so much for all those who have checked out our first episode and showed us love on our social media pages. Appreciate that.
Right. Yeah. Episode 1 is still available on YouTube and SoundCloud, so go check that out.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. We're on YouTube. Just search for Levin Hall Podcast, and we're on Instagram at Levin Hall Podcast. So check it out. Tell a friend. Bring a friend to class next time with you. So yeah, that's how we doing it.
Yeah, we're prepared.
We are prepared. Got the notes and everything. We ready.
Right, we're ready.
Okay, no slackers here. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good. How about you?
It was great. Did you celebrate the 4th, or are we not doing that this year?
Definitely not celebrating the 4th. Definitely not celebrating.
So the 4th is canceled. Okay.
Yeah, the 4th is permanently canceled.
Okay.
We are not free until we're all free, right?
Okay.
So what did you do?
I celebrated, but yeah, but we was gonna barbecue anyway. That's just how we get down. So yeah, I just hung out with my family, and we had barbecue and sat around and talked, and I tried to watch a little bit of the Farrakhan address.
Oh, yeah.
So that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Did you check it out? Oh
yes, it was very interesting. So yeah, he addressed the nation.
Yeah, he sure did.
And
they've been asking for him too.
They were.
He say, "I'm here."
Yeah, he paid tribute to the Nation of Islam leaders. He addressed some of his critics. Regardless of how you feel about Minister Farrakhan, there is not just one single voice that gives us strength during times of despair. Mm-hmm. And I won't get into who I subscribe to right now, but for over 200 years and in the present day, African Americans are oppressed. And anyone that gives us courage and strength, I don't think I can, on this podcast, silence their positivity or silence anyone that speaks up against evil. So there you have it.
Yeah, definitely. Is there anything that stuck out, or
the whole 3 hours?
That thing was long.
36 minutes.
I believe in a lot of what he was saying is true, and I believe that he spent his whole life, championing right. for black people and black people's rights, and I appreciate his efforts and his work throughout the years. So although I'm not a Muslim or anything like that, but I do believe in just the basic principles of humanity and treating us right. We need to come together as a people. And
absolutely.
Yeah, and anybody that's on that same mission, I'm with it. So
I agree.
Yeah, he's like 88, 90, somewhere there. He up there in the age, and I was just admiring his ability to stand up as long as he did. That was an accomplishment in itself.
Not stand up.
Stand up. He didn't sit out. He didn't really ask for it. Did you see when they pulled the chair behind him and he went off?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes. They were shook.
He say, "You hit my leg."
They were shook.
I was like, oh. So shout out to Farrakhan and his knees. Forget
Megan. Ain't got Meg the Stallion knees.
Forget Megan. Okay.
He ain't got it.
Yeah, look. Farrakhan knees. That's what y'all need to aim for. Those have longevity. What else happening in the world right about now? I heard your boy Kanye. Kanye say he gonna be the president.
You ain't got the answers, Kanye. You ain't got the answers. Yes, Kanye declared on Saturday night he was running for president. Mm-hmm. He said, We must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision, and building our future. I'm running for president of the United States. Hashtag 2020 vision.
Wow. Can you actually imagine Kanye West in the White House?
Can I imagine it? No. Can it happen? Maybe. I don't know. We have Donald Trump as president right now.
Donald Trump made me feel like anything is possible.
I was just about to say that.
I was just about to announce on this podcast that I am running as well for president.
You definitely got my vote, baby. Oh yeah, we on the road to the White House. You hear me? But for real, there were so many articles saying that by Kanye West running could potentially hurt Joe Biden by trying to peel away the African American vote.
But do you think he really is going to run, or is this just another like Kanye, like just moment, how he's feeling at the moment? He's been talking about it for a few years though. The first time mentioning that anything about running for presidency was back when the 2015 or 2016 MTV Awards was on. So this is something that's been brewing for a minute for him, it seems like, and he's just gonna go ahead and give it a try. I mean,
I don't know how serious he is because he hasn't actually like taken the necessary steps. Like he has missed so many deadlines, even to file for like as an independent. So
right.
I don't know what he would be even running under, but
maybe Republican.
I don't know if he probably missed that deadline too. I don't want to say it's a publicity stunt for Kanye.
Well, he did put out a new song. I mean, I don't know if that's the best way to promote a song, but
true. Yeah. Like you said, he did have a single that dropped. He did announce that his new album is coming out. God's Country.
Right.
Yeah, it might be a publicity stunt.
Might
be.
I guess time will tell how serious he is if he can gather all his paperwork in time and get everything together. He seemed like he's a little late in the game, but hey.
He might be a little too late to run for president. I will say this, Kanye has been through a lot in his life, and it is absolutely beautiful to see his life come full circle, especially with his spiritual rebirth that gave us what is known as Sunday service. It's a whole vibe.
Yeah, I definitely think he's grown a lot since his earlier days of coming out under the Jay-Z Rockefeller team, and where he is now is like he's his own man and he's making his own decisions. And he's, reaping the benefits of it. And like how you mentioned the Sunday service, I really like that. I really like how North be on that microphone and it be turned off too.
I was just gonna say
she literally she sings her whole heart out with the mic unplugged.
It's so cute though. It's a whole vibe. Let's not be so hard on Kanye.
Yeah, I think it's almost impossible to go through some of the things he went through and not credit it to someone or something higher than yourself. I mean, losing your mom, I'm pretty sure that was a pretty devastating thing, being that she was such a big supporter of his, and they, he was grew up in a single parent household, and yeah, so that was a major loss, and it took him a long time to recover from that. So. And then having his wife go through, robbery in Paris that happened, his own mental breakdown, like that's a lot of stuff to happen. And then to be in the public eye as well, experiencing this. A lot of people would have cracked. A lot of people wouldn't have made it through. Mm-hmm. We have a lot of celebrities that stuff like that. One event causes them to end it all. So I admire his bravery and his transparency and showing that, you can be at the top of your game, you can be at the top of your craft and still suffer from a mental illness. It's not a respect of a person. Anyone could deal with it. So for bringing the light to mental illness and grief and the other side of it that you can overcome. I mean, he does do some stuff that I don't approve of.
Right.
But don't we all, no one's perfect. Everybody have their flaws. That's why you don't worship human beings. Everybody has issues deep down if you, peel back the layers. So, yeah.
And every genius is called crazy until they're called a legend. So y'all be careful. And your mental health is just as important as your physical health. Don't let nobody else tell you different. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think Kim was a big part of him, like getting through that too, as well.
Yes.
People don't give her enough credit, but I think
sure don't
helped.
give her no credit.
I mean, I feel like she really did help him get through a lot of his dark moments in life.
Yeah, I definitely don't give her a lot of credit, but in that instance, I give her credit. She definitely supports her husband. Hands down, like, supports her husband.
She definitely supports him. And I mean, what would you say? She's like a ride or die, or she's just down for her man to the end. Like, how would you describe Kim?
Oh yes, well, she's definitely a ride or die. What would you say?
I mean, considering all the stuff that she dealt with and deals with, being with him, I would say that's a definition of a ride or die in my opinion.
Okay, what's the definition of a ride or die?
Kim.
Hold on, let's wait. No. We're not saying Kim is the definition of a ride or die. I was asking, what is a ride or die? Like, what is the definition? So you're gonna say Kim? You open the dictionary and you say,
and I
say look up ride or die, the Urban Dictionary, and you telling me when we open it and it say ride or die, you saying Kim picture's gonna be there?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, classmates, this is a good time to take a break. Hi, classmates. It's your girl, Mishi. I just wanted you to check out this cool website. It's called hypebooks.com. HYYPE books.com. That's with 2 Y's. They offer children's books that deal with bullying, depression, anxiety, and a host of other things. They love the kids, and we do too. So go check them out. All right, classmates, we are back. I actually looked up the definition of a ride or die. The definition states a ride or die is someone who is always by your side and will never leave. They have your back no matter what. They would do anything for you. They'd go to hell and back for you. Shout out to Urban Dictionary.
It's a lot of ride or dies out there. A lot of people that are supportive of their spouse or whoever they're with at the moment. So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think Kim is a ride or die. She said that she will always support Kanye. And you never see Kim talk bad about Kanye in public, ever.
I admire that. I mean, they're
yes, not, absolutely.
Yeah, they're not girlfriend and boyfriend. This is her husband. They made a commitment. They made a covenant. So, I mean, if you ain't going to be supportive of the person you make a covenant with, who you going to be supportive of?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you consider yourself a ride or die?
I feel like in my past I have been very, very supportive. And even today, I would say I am to an extent. I'm not going to support foolishness or, you put my life in danger.
Shenanigans, right.
Yeah.
Right.
But if you just have a goal and you have dreams and aspirations and you're working towards it, and you're somebody that I'm with, yeah, I will support you. Not so much to take my life to that point,
right.
But yeah, I would say I have the ride part, not so much or die part
right.
on there. Mm-hmm.
Right.
What about you?
I'm definitely not a ride or die.
Oh,
Who
really?
am I dying for? Why? What am I dying for? Why am I dying? No, absolutely not. Listen, man, I've done my time. I've officially hung up that badge of honor. I'm retired.
But I guess the disclaimer would be, if he has proven himself to be somebody worth supporting, somebody worth, putting, my efforts and all the resources that I have behind him to achieve that goal, of course I would ride or die for mine.
As far as being a ride or die, sometimes you sacrifice, right? And if that sacrifice causes you to play catch up, oh no, I'm calling Tyrone. Some women, though, love that term ride or die. And they don't even realize that the ride that they've been on has been a darn roller coaster ride. You hear me? Like, you are on a ride that's called Pandemonium. Like, the ride was so bad that you lost your wigs, those Meek extensions, you lost your wallet, everything. And then you finally realize, wow, this ride is way too much. But then 24 hours later, you get back on that darn ride. That's insane. Know when to get off the ride. Y'all are riding, and that's when the die comes in.
Maybe they like Six Flags.
Well, child.
Some people like amusement parks.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
Water parks, amusement parks. Right.
Everybody got their
Zoos.
thing. Everybody got their thing.
Right.
Yeah, we're not advocating for that.
Right.
We're not advocating for that at all.
But also, I think that men need to understand, to become a ride or die, what have you done to build your woman up?
Exactly.
To receive that kind of loyalty.
Right.
Because they be like, babe, I'm going to the store. Lies. Babe, I'm going to my friend's house. Lie.
Right.
Incoming call and your outgoing calls do not cooperate your
Yeah,
story.
like why is Popeyes calling you?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, Burger
exactly.
King don't call at 10 o'clock at night.
Right. Okay, I'm very curious to know, what's your next question for me?
Your dude is a rapper, up and coming rapper, and he has like, you know, a little CD out or whatever. Are you passing out CDs at your job? Or you
What?
Are you playing the songs in your car?
This is a joke.
This is your dude. And this is your dude, and he want to be a rapper. Are you gonna like?
She can't be
Put
serious.
people onto his music? Or are you just gonna act like you don't know who that
Please
is?
choose another dude.
Are you sharing the links to your friends? Are you putting people
Am I
on?
putting it on my story?
Are you putting it on your Instagram or your Facebook, your Snapchat? Are you putting it on your social media? Are you?
That's so harmless. Yes.
Are you playing
that's
it in the
fine.
car?
Yes, that's fine. That's harmless. I share people that I don't even know, so
Okay.
they probably won't even think that I know him. They'd be like, "Why is me sharing this person over and over again?"
Right.
Free promo.
So okay.
What
So
about
if you share strangers, you would definitely share your man.
Oh yeah, why
Okay.
wouldn't I? Yeah. What about you?
Hey. Yeah, of course. But what if he don't sound? If you don't like his rap,
It don't matter. I'm still listen.
Okay.
Yeah, it don't matter. Whatever.
I think that's a good quality to have.
But if somebody hit my DM and say, "Who is this?" That's a different story.
You ain't gonna tell
You're
them
gonna
who
be
it
left on red.
Oh my goodness. You gotta follow up. You gotta follow through.
Hit the tag. Hit the
Wow.
tag.
Wow.
Hit the tag.
So you go no, you gotta tell them who it is.
Yeah, you're gonna be left on red. If they ask who it is,
You don't really believe in this man. Like you say you do. Well, what about the situations where, you know, it works out, you know, and the person that you riding for, you seen them on the come up, and then all of a sudden, you know, we see this a lot of times with athletes and rappers and stuff like that. You know, they have maybe not rappers, but a lot of athletes, you know, they have that high school sweetheart or somebody they were with, you know,
Right.
from the beginning, and then, you know, they get lucky to get drafted, and all
shout
of a
out to
sudden,
LeBron
you know,
James.
yeah, and that person that was with them, if you know they're a good guy, they keep the same person that was with them from the beginning, and yeah.
Wow, you brought up a good point. Savannah is not only a ride or die, but she is a day one. So that's a lot of pressure. I know she's not dealing with no nonsense. Okay, my turn. I have a question for you. Would you move out of state with your man if he had a job opportunity?
I would, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like if we've been together a long time, or, you know, if I see the relationship being a long-term relationship, yeah, I definitely would move, because why not?
Interesting.
Would you?
I have my nail lady here. I have my hairdresser here. I have my parents here. That and no commitment. I'm not a ride or die on that one. No commitment. Nope.
But what is commitment like? Are you saying
Commitment is a ring.
Okay.
It's marriage.
So if he's your fiance, then you engaged, would you do it?
Are we married?
You got a ring?
Are we married?
No, you're not married. You just got a ring.
I am not a ride or die in this situation.
Okay. That's fair. Of course, I would make that move, and I would just have to find a new nail lady, new eyebrow lady. Shout out to my
Those
eyebrow
are hard
lady.
to find, ladies. You know that's hard to find.
That is so hard to find. I've been rocking with the same eyebrow lady since I was like 14.
I'm telling you, like,
Yes.
it's hard to find. Like, you become family with these people. You just hear numbers.
Everybody
like, hey,
can't touch your face.
exactly. All right, your man's car is out of service.
Okay.
Can he use your car for the year?
Okay. Where you getting these old dramatic a year? Really?
From the dome.
Why his car can't get fixed in less
That
than a
is
year?
the question. Please answer the question.
If for some strange reason he can't get his car,
Not strange.
for some that's really strange to me that it's taking a year for this car to get fixed or whatever. But if that just so happens to be the case, then we're just gonna have to share the car, and we'll in the process of him also looking for a reliable vehicle. It ain't gonna probably go no full year without him having his own transportation. But
Well, that was the question.
yeah, I said yeah, but I'm saying I'm gonna need him to be actively searching for another vehicle or a better mechanic that can fix this car quicker and get it back on the road. But yeah, if we need to split the car for a period of time, that's fine. I want your answer.
Huh?
I want your answer to that question. If your man's car was out of commission for a year, could he use your car?
Can he use my car? That's crazy. I didn't even answer these questions myself.
You ain't getting off the hook that easily. You ain't getting off the hook that easily. I need your answers as well.
Would I let him use my car for a year?
You real quiet.
I think, I would like to say yes. But in Houston, it's a very different dynamic. We have, and I live especially if you live in the inner cities, there's a lot of transportation as far as like the bus, metro, bikes. There's a lot of ways to get around the city. So unless in my.
But it's also very hot
right now.
You think somebody gonna be bicycling through Houston in 100-degree weather with their work clothes? I
don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I think that people need to humble themselves.
Would you ride a bicycle?
Absolutely.
To your job every day.
If it was necessary and in the time. Yeah, that's what I thought. It would take me about 2 days. It would take me 2 days to get there.
Look,
what you talking about? It would take me 2 days. Since there's so much transportation in the city, I think that that's great for him to utilize that. I love that. I love that. I think that is so sexy. Utilize what's around you.
Okay.
Utilize that. Like,
so my question, let's go a little bit deeper.
Oh gosh.
Shout out to Insecure. So speaking of ride or die, if your man cheated on you, could you stay?
Well, thank you for that question. No. Goodbye.
Gotta go.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you don't value my worth, I bet somebody else will.
Okay, that's a word right there. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
No cheaters, no
cheating. Yeah, that's one of the no-nos. We're not gonna support that at
not
all.
At all.
That's toxicity. That's a toxic relationship.
Right.
Yeah, and we can't normalize that. So no, I would say if my man cheated on me, he ain't my man no more.
Right.
She can have him, okay?
Right.
So that's how we gonna handle that. And I think it'll be hard. I'm not saying it as if it's a easy thing to get through when you get cheated on, but it's something you can get through, and I think it's something you would be happy that you didn't sit around and tolerate, later on looking back at the situation, because sometimes it just keeps on just a repeated cycle. When people know they can do certain things to you, they'll just keep at it and see how much they can get at and how much they can do, how much they can get away with, I should say.
That is factual, actually.
You might have problems. I'm not saying it's gonna be just easy breezy being in a relationship, but like some people just be dealing with like any and everything, and you gotta kind of reel back in at one point and just say, this is not working. This is not what I've signed up for. I deserve better. You know, just kind of talk to yourself and amp yourself up and remind yourself that you can do better than whatever this man is presenting to you. And if what he's giving you ain't what you deserve, hey, look, deuces, you got to get out of here.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So I think that sometimes ride or die, it just puts that mentality that something is so permanent. It's not.
I was going to say, would you be a ride or die if your man went to prison? He was an inmate for like 2 years. He had to go to prison.
Okay, let me start here. I do feel like there are people that have been convicted or went to prison by default, right? They were associated with someone that may have done the crime, so they also have to do the time. With that being said, I just feel that there's a lot of people that do like white collar crimes. Not everybody has to be like trafficking cocaine and drugs and stuff like that. So my answer is highly possible, but please don't hit my DM.
So you don't want to obey 059623?
No. Oh my gosh, no. Please don't.
Shout out to all those behind prison walls listening to the podcast.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
What about you?
Down. What about
Holding
you?
It down. That can be enough for me, dog.
That's a no? Really? You would ride for every single
I said
question.
legally. I said legal activities. That's what I'm riding for. So you going to prison?
But what if it wasn't his fault? A lot of people go to prison and it wasn't their fault. They were just bystanders.
I understand that, and we do need prison reform, but we do need. Yeah, there's a lot of innocent. It is a lot of innocent.
Where's Meek?
We do need prison reform, and there are a lot of innocent men behind, in prison for different things. But for me, in my house, I'm gonna say no.
All right, I respect that. All right, this is the last question from me. Would you pay your dude's bills for 5 months if he lost his job? Would you be able to do that?
This is what I'm gonna tell you. If it's a boyfriend, somebody that's just I'm dating, most likely no. If it is fiance, husband, we're on the path to marriage, he had a hard time and he's in the process of getting back on his feet, more than likely, yes, I would help out if I'm able to. But just for somebody I'm just casually dating, or somebody that's not really, we don't have any commitment or long-term plans of being together, no, you're not gonna get that out of me. Sorry. I will help you fill out applications for assistance with paying your bills, and we can do it like that. But I'm not coming out of my pocket for just a regular boyfriend or something like that. Yeah, we got to be a little bit more deeper in our relationship for him to receive those kind of privileges.
These dudes be so brave asking chicks for money nowadays. Like, you are so brave. How long? What? We was on the phone for an hour. What are you asking me for?
Yeah. Like,
you are brave. These dudes are so brave. Sometimes people will call me and they'll tell me their situations, and I'm like, are you in a relationship or are you a sugar mom? Like, what is going on? Like, let's be clear.
Speaking of sugar daddies, do you be getting those DMs on Instagram? Like, literally, it's like, I don't know if this is some kind of what is going
on or what?
The latest scam. They all want to pay your bills and give you an allowance. I almost took them up on the offer, but I was like, nah, we're gonna pass.
Weird. I think that's so weird, and I just block you and I report you. Inappropriate comments.
Yeah, the internet is a dangerous place. You got to be real careful out here.
So careful.
Yeah.
So careful. All right. So to sum it up, you are a ride or die, yes or no?
Yes, with only a few exceptions, I would say.
Okay.
Yes, and I would say you're split down the middle.
I'm also split down the middle, and there's a big but, I will not be in these streets looking foolish. You hear me? I will not. So if I'm riding, I'm definitely riding with binoculars on, bifocals, whatever, magnifying glass, whatever. Yeah. So if I bring that ride or die type vibe, my dude better bring that ride or type vibe. We are riding or dying together. Period.
Gotcha. Well, let's take a quick study break and we'll be right back. And shout out to all of our classmates on Instagram. We actually put up a post recently shouting out all the Black-owned businesses, and you guys tagged some amazing businesses. And we want to give a shout out to one of those in particular, Locks by Renee on Instagram. That's LOCSBYRENIAA. She does faux locks out here in Houston. I've been going to her for quite a while now, and she does amazing work. Very professional. She does a great job. She's gonna have you looking right. So any kind of protective style you're looking for, faux locks, if you're into braids, twists, passion twists, she got you covered. So yeah, check her out on Instagram, give her a follow, let her know you found out about her on Levin Hall podcast, and let me know how you look. You can slide in our DMs and show us your hair once it's done as well. And we're back. I need everyone in their seats. We're going to resume class now.
Right.
But yeah, so another thing that's been going on lately, locally actually, is our beloved mayor has decided to start a wall of shame, or accountability wall, as he likes to call it.
Right.
Yeah. So it's basically putting a lot of different businesses on blast because they're not respecting the governor's orders when it comes to occupancy and the things that they're allowed to do under his mandate. So yeah, it's a lot of bars that are not feeling the city officials at the moment.
Right. The business owners can definitely be upset, but the city of Houston is out of control. Harris County is out of control. The rapid rise of people testing positive for COVID and the rapid rise in hospitalization is out of control. It's 1 out of 4 people. Jeez. I mean, goodness.
Part about being on a wall of shame, they also, have to lose their license or get it suspended for about 30 days, which is a big source of most of these places' income. Yeah, this is the consequences of reopening too soon, and we're seeing it play out right in front of our face. So yeah, one of the tactics that the local officials are using is the wall of shame, or accountability wall, where they are basically putting on blast these businesses that aren't compliant with the governor's orders.
An entire website.
It's an entire website,
right? And
I actually took a look at it. It was quite interesting. He had on there 3 popular spots out here in Houston on that list. I mean, it's Poor Behavior, Prospect
That's
Park,
the name of the business.
And Spear Nightclub. Hey, look, I don't know. What you think?
I pass by Poor Behavior all the time, and that place is jumping.
Yeah.
So
you wouldn't think a global pandemic was going on, definitely, without all these people out and about in these bars and clubs. Just the thought of it is kind of creeps me out, but hey, that's just me.
Yeah, and I just find it so funny. So I went on Poor Behavior's Instagram, and I was like, let me see if they still have those pictures from this past weekend or whatever. And they untagged all the pictures that they had, which is so funny because it was all over social media. There was no social distancing. There was no mask. Wow. And I stand with Sylvester on this.
And good sis Lena Hidalgo, the judge. She's been trying to tell them since the beginning, but they ain't want to listen to her. But
for sure. And I think that it's just interesting. You were caught on camera. Too little, too late. Sorry.
Yep.
You got caught.
But they said they were compliant with the governor's orders. I think it's so interesting how creative people can get in these times. I mean, these are full-fledged places that are known to be nightclubs and bars, and they are trying to pass off as a restaurant,
right?
And saying that's why they're compliant under the orders. And I'm just like, ain't nobody going to y'all for no dinner,
right?
These are clubs. These are straight up clubs, and are known. Popular places in town that are known to be clubs, and I mean it's just funny to see it all play out. But they're getting full blast right now, and a lot of people are still supporting them and feel that it's okay. They don't want to be taken away. Yeah,
I was like, why are these clubs acting as if they're restaurants? Why are you serving Egg Benedict? You are a nightclub.
I think on another note, I think if you're gonna call out One of them.
Oh, don't you dare!
No, he needs to call them all out. They're not the only businesses. They're not the only businesses that are violating, and he don't need to discriminate in this. You gotta be fair.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta be fair.
Oh my gosh. I already know what she's about to say, y'all.
Only way this is gonna get under control, in my opinion, is they have to actually put some executive orders in place. You can't just recommend or state this is how it's got to be. Like, if you give people a little bit of leeway, they gonna make a way.
Especially Texans. The federal government, the executive branch has to step up. These checks that you're sending out is not enough, and then you're sending checks to the deceased. How is that even This is how you know that the whole thing is just not even
we just need to start
running
over,
well.
Start
from scratch.
Yeah.
We need the executive branch to really step up and implement laws and implement a task force that's going to really help us lower the spread of this virus. And if that's not going to happen, then God be with us.
Yeah, I think other countries are
laughing
or doing better in their response to it because of maybe they made stricter rules and regulations for their citizens. So I don't know, it's a mess, and you what can you do at this point? But
right, just keep yourself safe and keep your family safe, man. Wear masks, try to limit your activities outside. And
do you feel like it's just floating in the air, or like what?
Now you got me wanting to whisper.
I feel like I need to whisper. There's some people that say they don't.
I'm trying not to open my mouth.
No, I asked that because there's some people that say they don't go out. Or when they do go out, they wear their masks, they wear their gloves, that they socially distant. All these recommendations that our health officials are providing, but
let's be clear. Some of these people are wearing masks on their chin. Stop wearing the mask on your chin. Cover your nose and your mouth.
The different variations of wearing a mask.
Some people are wearing their mask on their neck.
Yeah, I've seen
some. Not a choker.
The mask fashions are real. Yeah, all this protesting and voicing your opinions on social media, it's great. I'm all for it. But you got to also put some action behind that and go to the polls and vote. Well, that was a great class we've had today. What would you say?
Yeah, it was good. Very informative.
Very, very informative. Hopefully none of the classmates are going to end up on this wall of shame this Mia got.
I hope not. But you never know.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking out for y'all. So y'all make sure y'all stay off of that wall of shame, and you do your homework by liking, subscribing to us on YouTube and also on Instagram at Levin Hall Podcast. We want to see y'all in the comments. Show us some love. Let us know what you think. And we'll see y'all next time.
And I bet not see you at the club.